Sundarban region is an archipelago of low-lying islands found at the confluence of major rivers Ganga and Brahmaputra as they flow into the Bay of Bengal. It is characterized by a vast network of tidal waterways, mudflats, and small islands. They cover an area of 40,000 square kilometers spread across India and Bangladesh. The region is home to the world's largest mangrove forests spread over an area of 10,000 square kilometers. Sundarbans support an ecological diversity not found elsewhere. This includes endangered species such as the Royal Bengal tiger, the olive ridley turtle, the water monitor lizard, Gangetic and Irrawaddy dolphins, northern river terrapin, and various amphibians, invertebrates, birds, and fish species. Northern river terrapin was once believed to be extinct until it was found in the Sundarbans. Sundarbans are also home to saltwater crocodiles, more than 300 varieties of plants, and 62 species of microfungi. Mangroves have evolved as salt-tolerant ferns, trees, and shrubs adapted to live in coastal conditions. They have developed a complex salt filtration system to deal with the salt waters. The mangroves protect the Sundarban region from natural hazards such as coastal erosion, soil salination, cyclones, tsunamis, and flooding. They account for 14% of carbon sequestration by the global ocean and help us counter climate change. The Sundarban mangroves protect the lives and livelihoods of over 13 million people living in the region who depend on agriculture, fishing, and forest produce. The mangroves protect agricultural incomes by preventing soil salination, fishing incomes by providing safe breeding spaces for aquatic species, and the people by acting as a buffer against cyclones. World Bank estimates suggest that 50% of the population in the Indian Sundarbans live below the poverty line and 10% live in extreme poverty. The people who live in the interiors are relatively well off because they own the land and engage in agriculture. The people who do not have land live closer to the coast and rely on fishing and forest produce. Most of the fisher folk are from marginalized communities. 87% of the women are illiterate and work on subsistence levels. The people living closer to the mangrove forests are also prone to tiger attacks. These risks have increased as the tiger population in the region has recovered. Unfortunately, climate change threatens the existence of the Sundarbans and its people. In recent decades, several islands such as Supari Bhanga, Lohachara, South Talpatti Island, and Kabasgadi have been permanently flooded. In a 2012 study, the Zoological Society of London discovered that the Sundarban coast is retreating by 200 meters a year. Agricultural activities have destroyed tens of thousands of hectares of mangrove in the last decade. The study notes that the mangroves risk disappearing if their habitat is not protected. As a result, people have become climate change refugees. Cyclones have become more frequent and intense, leading to a significant loss of life and property. Climate change-induced events have also resulted in the loss of biodiversity in both flora and fauna. The salination of soil in the interiors makes it difficult to grow crops, while the salinity of water has resulted in the loss of protected estuaries, putting several aquatic species at greater risk.